This is a Saberforge Fury lightsaber, and it, as the name implies, it has very much a dark side feel to it. So just kind of some of the edges, especially in the emitter section, really feel dark side. I mean, the slanted emitter at the top, that is kind of reminiscent of the Darth Vader style lightsaber emitter, and that's pretty neat. You do have this kind of split in the emitter section as well, and it creates these sort of edges at the top. It's almost like claws. I know this is not claws, but just having it split here, it almost, harkens to claws or horns or just other jagged kind of things like that. Now this hilt is weathered. This is the Saberforge weathering, and the Saberforge weathering means the hilt is very dark. It's almost all black. It does have kind of pieces of, or kind of sections where there's the metal underneath that kind of pops through, kind of that metallic silver coloring. That's pretty neat. I think this hilt may have a little extra weathering just from actual wear. But a lot of these places, around the edges at the top, this is actually the Saberforge weathering at work. So it's pretty neat hilt. I do like the coloring of it. I think it's pretty cool, very dark, but at the same time it gets a little bit of that personality of the silver coloring showing through. Now going back to the emitter area, so this is an angled emitter shroud. And I was already talking about it before. This definitely is the part of the hilt that really makes it seem more dark side. Moving down, we have a few kind of grooves here. Below that, we have the fluted grip area. There are 6 of these kind of cut out vertical grip sections around the hilt, so that makes it a little comfy to hold, although this grip section really is kind of for one hand. I mean, I don't have very large hands, and that's pretty much one hand can fit there. Now this whole hilt is about 12 inches long, and that's to the very top of this angled emitter shroud. And the hilt does accommodate a 1-inch diameter blade. So moving down to the very bottom, we've got the cover tech wheel, which is also weathered. That's kind of neat, and the vented pommel. So that's just kind of an overview of this hilt, and this one is installed with sound. So we've got the kill key here, and if I remove this,
Sabercore Crimson.
We've got the Sabercore Crimson sound font on here. There's also Sabercore Viridian. Let's just turn it on real fast. Crimson is more of the dark side font, so I wanted to have that on here.
Sabercore Viridian.
Now here's Viridian if you guys wanted to hear that.
Sabercore
Oops.
Crimson.
Sabercore Viridian. Sabercore Viridian.
There we go. Okay, so that's about it for now, you guys. This was a Saberforge, or was. It's not going anywhere, not yet. This is a Saberforge Fury, and it's the weathered version. And again, it's very much a dark side style lightsaber.